From businessman to president and beyond, a deep dive into his political life and rivalry with Kamala Harris. But first, who is Donald Trump? Donald Trump is one of the most prominent and controversial figures in modern American history. He is not merely a former president or an ambitious politician. He embodies a movement of Americans who feel alienated from traditional politics. Born in New York in 1946 to a wealthy real estate family, he grew up as a rebellious son, driven by dreams of success symbolized by business, wealth, and power. Before entering politics, Trump was a brand in and of himself, a symbol of luxury and opulence in real estate and hotels. He became a media star through his popular TV show, The Apprentice, which showcased his charisma and turned him into a public phenomenon. This show cultivated his image as a tough, straightforward leader, helping him build a broad fan base among those who enjoyed his sharp and bold style. When he decided to enter politics, Trump was unlike any other candidate. He was a successful businessman with a firm economic perspective and direct strategies, promising to take on the deep state and prioritize American citizens' interests. Trump's childhood and upbringing. Trump grew up in Queens, New York, as the fourth of 5 children to his father, Fred Trump, a successful businessman with a large real estate empire. Although Trump's childhood was filled with wealth and opportunity, his father was strict in his upbringing, teaching his children the essentials of success and leadership. At 13, Trump was sent to New York Military Academy to improve his discipline and leadership skills. This experience greatly influenced him, teaching him the value of discipline and ambition, shaping his character in a rigorous environment. During college, Trump chose to major in business and real estate at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, driven by ambition. Trump always aimed to be more than just a businessman. He sought unprecedented fame and success in the world of wealth and finance. Although confident, his military and educational background helped solidify his direct, assertive style that later became his hallmark. Success in business and media fame. After graduating, Trump joined his father's company and began expanding it. Unlike his father, who focused on middle-class housing, Trump aimed for grander and more luxurious projects, moving into Manhattan with developments like the iconic Trump Tower. This building became a symbol of luxury and the upscale brand Trump had always envisioned, expanding his investments to include casinos, hotels, and residential buildings. In the early 2000s, Trump's life took a transformative turn through his TV show, The Apprentice, which became a media phenomenon, bringing him broad fame beyond the real estate world. His harsh personality and the famous phrase, "You're fired,"
Bradford, you're fired. Who would you fire? You're fired. Fired.
turned Trump into a pop culture figure, admired for his stern decisions and boldness, drawing many followers who continued to follow him when he announced his presidential campaign in 2015. In 2015, Trump entered the presidential race in a way the world had never seen. With no political or military background, his entrance was unprecedented, taking a unique approach by championing the slogan, "America First." His campaign focused on sensitive issues like illegal immigration, securing borders, and creating jobs for Americans. Trump's use of straightforward, accessible language drew a significant number of Americans who felt unrepresented by the political elite. In the 2016 presidential election, he faced Hillary Clinton, the traditional face of American politics. Against expectations, Trump won through his strategic focus on swing states.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Proving his competitiveness and paving the way for a new style of leadership in the U.S. Trump's presidency was filled with bold and often controversial actions, shaping an era of American politics like never before. In foreign policy, Trump adopted an unconventional approach rooted in America First. He withdrew from several international agreements, such as the Paris Climate Agreement and the Iran nuclear deal. He launched a trade war with China by imposing tariffs, considering it a move to protect American industries and jobs. He also took firm stances on issues like NATO and trade agreements, sparking strong criticism from America's traditional allies. Economy. Economically, his policies focused on reducing taxes for businesses and investors to encourage growth. Although this strategy faced criticism from Democrats and some economists who argued it mainly benefited large corporations, the U.S. economy saw significant growth during his first term. Immigration. One of his most controversial policies was on immigration. From day one, Trump maintained a strict stance on illegal immigration, pushing forward the border wall project with Mexico. He also imposed restrictions on immigration from certain Muslim-majority countries, a move critics saw as discriminatory. COVID-19. In 2020, Trump faced one of the largest crises in modern American history, the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite initiating Operation Warp Speed to rapidly develop vaccines, his initial response faced intense criticism as he hesitated to implement strict safety measures, impacting public trust. The impact of his presidency on America. The end of Trump's first term did not mark the end of his influence on America. The January 6, 2021, Capitol riot represented a stark consequence of the intense divisions his policies created, as his supporters stormed the Capitol in protest, believing the election had been stolen. This event shocked the nation and sparked deep discussions about the safety of American democracy and Trump's role in inciting political violence. His policies' repercussions extended far beyond this event, leaving a lasting mark on American society and deep divisions between supporters who viewed him as a champion of the working class and critics who saw his policies as a threat to democratic values. His current campaign and major events, Trump re-entered the 2024 race under unprecedented legal challenges and ongoing investigations concerning his role in the Capitol events. Despite these challenges, he continues to galvanize his base, promising to bring America First back to the forefront. His current campaign focuses heavily on the economy as he capitalizes on Americans' struggles with inflation and high costs, promising to restore the economy's pre-pandemic strength. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris, vice president to Joe Biden, stands as his most formidable opponent, offering social and economic policies focused on social justice and supporting lower and middle-class families. Harris holds a progressive vision and aims to attract younger and minority voters, a critical voting bloc that could bolster her chances. Mastering swing states. In the 2024 election, Donald Trump once again proved himself a master of electoral strategy. But how did he turn the tide in his favor? 1. Starting strong, Trump's focus on the economy. From the very beginning of his campaign, Trump made the economy his top priority. He promised tax cuts, the return of industrial jobs, and economic recovery in swing states like Michigan and Pennsylvania. These messages resonated deeply with voters who were disillusioned with previous policies. 2. Relentless ground campaign. In the final months of the campaign, Trump launched an unprecedented wave of rallies. He personally visited every swing state, addressing voters directly and emphasizing that America First remained his core vision. This personal connection energized the Republican base and boosted voter turnout. 3. Capitalizing on political divides. Trump skillfully tapped into the sharp political divide between conservatives and liberals. He focused on issues like immigration, safety, and controversial social policies, which drew independent voters in states like Arizona and Wisconsin to his side. The power of conservative media. Conservative media played a significant role in amplifying Trump's campaign, helping him spread his message quickly and boosting his popularity in rural areas and traditionally less democratic communities. The outcome. Ultimately, Trump secured a majority of votes in key swing states, especially those decided by a narrow margin. This was enough to guarantee his victory in the Electoral College, even if the popular vote was closely contested. Trump's 2024 victory wasn't just luck. It was the result of a precise strategy and a strong focus on swing states. Do you agree with his approach? Do you think this strategy will remain effective in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.